let's continue. Fleece jacket, something for at night on the river if it gets cool. A couple pairs of wool socks, your underclothes. Shoes, when I'm in the canoe, I'm going to have Keens on. Chacos are good. Anything, river style shoe with, a little bit of grip on the bottom. When you're in camp, I'll probably have a pair of old Crocs with me, or I may even have flip-flops. I like Crocs a little bit better because the dirt doesn't get on your feet. But to something to wear around camp. And then any other clothing items you need. Rain gear. There's a reason they don't want you to have ponchos. When you're riding along like this, you can't really wear a poncho and stay dry and paddle. If it's raining and it's not lightning and it's not storming, we're going to keep on going down the river. And you're going to need to have a rain jacket and you're going to need to have rain pants. Sierra Trading Post has some. It's a brand called White Sierra rain pants. I think when I placed my order with the 35% coupon, it was like $20 for a pair of rain pants, which isn't too bad. And then they've got them for camping next year, as opposed to having to wear a poncho. Also, keep in mind, if you're wearing clothes like this, you're not going to put on rain gear just for a little rain. You're only going to put the rain gear on if it's going to rain all day. And then really what we're wearing the rain gear for is to protect against you getting cold and hypothermic. I know that sounds like it wouldn't happen in the summertime, but if it rains all day and it's 70 degrees outside, your body temperature you're going to get cold. All right, eating gear. We don't need stoves, we don't need this, we don't need that. You just need to make sure you have, your eating gear, your bowl, your plate, your cup, your spoon. At least 2 water bottles. You need at least 2 water bottles because on the river, you're going to want 2 water bottles. You get hot outside all day, and you're going to need at least 2 water bottles. I'm bringing a 3-liter, which is equivalent of 3 water bottles, like Camelback type reservoir for myself. But the cooking gear, water filters, all that gear is going to be provided by BSA. We don't have to bring it. Personal items, you can go through that. Small towel, that'll help reduce the amount of stuff. Sunglasses are real important. They go along with all this hat and buff and so forth. Bring the sunglasses. You should have a whistle with your gear, so in case you get in trouble on the river. But then your sleeping bag, your sleeping pad, Ziploc bags and stuff. We're going to be around a lot of water. Just because your gear's not going to be out there all the time, you're going to be wet. You want to keep things that are real important. Your headlamp, and as it says, carabiners to clip water bottles in your canoe. Remember the way a canoe is built. It's a point on each end, and then it's got stays that the cross members. If you have a big carabiner clip, you're going to be able to clip your water bottle to that stay, and then clip your Nalgene bottle into it. You're going to turn over in your canoe. I'm just going to tell you that right now. We're all going to turn over in our canoe more than likely, which means that anything in your canoe is going to be floating or sinking if it's not secured. Okay? So when you look at the dry bag rolls and then it clips. You're going to be able to roll it, and then you're going to be able to clip it around the cross member in the canoe. Your water bottles, you should be able to clip those into something in the canoe. Okay? If you go with the fishing rod, and you know me, I'm huge, love fishing. So I'm not going to be carrying a great rod. I'm going to be carrying one of my less expensive spinning rods in the boat with me. And then I'll leave the fly gear for when we get into camp later in the day, and then I'll go out fly fishing in the afternoon, evening once we're in camp. But all my fishing equipment in the boat, I'm going to have this underneath the cross members in the boat, and then I'm actually going to secure it to the cross members via these straps. I think I got these at Lowe's, but they work. They go through like this, and then they go back on themselves, and then you can secure things. So I'm going to be able to take this and go around the rod and secure it to the cross members. These are these Velcro, these little Velcro straps. You can get them at Lowe's. They're quite handy. So if you choose to bring that sort of thing, and then you choose to also have it in the boat with you during the day, I do recommend a way of securing it. Now you can bring your fishing gear and you can leave it in the truck, and then you can just fish when we get to camp in the evenings, and then you don't have to worry about it. A note about that, as a result of this trip, you should earn a number of merit badges. The front page tells you that you're going to earn, it's not the front page, excuse me, it's the this last page here. But it says you're going to have the chance to earn the Whitewater Merit Badge. Of course, canoeing, although I think everybody that's going on this trip already has the Canoeing Merit Badge. You're going to earn the Leatherworking, I believe, Merit Badge. And I'm also bringing the literature for the Fishing Merit Badge. It's very doable to earn the Fishing Merit Badge on this trip if you bring your rod. And we just cover a number of things over the course of the week. So, also optional gear. Knee pads, you know, sometimes the way that you paddle when you're in a canoe, you've probably seen this, you know, you're sitting down in the seat, but the other way that sometimes people choose to paddle is, you know, you sit like this in the canoe, or you're sitting like this and you're doing it. So, you know, you might want knee pads. I haven't decided whether I'm doing that yet or not myself. Small binoculars, if you have them, that's a great item. A pair of gloves for paddling. You might want to bring those along, not necessarily get them out right away, but bring them along, at least have them in your dry bag. That I will be doing. If you get a bad blister from paddling all day, you might really appreciate having a pair of gloves to put on with you. Personal first aid kit. You know, always important to have a little something. We will also have the Troop first aid kit with me, which is why I'm bringing the bigger dry bag. Shareable crew items. Insect repellent. I will have that along. Baby powder and sunscreen. You need to bring that yourself. Sunscreen, super critical. Everybody should have their own sunscreen, and everybody should have enough. Even if you're not having to put as much on, make sure you have enough. The kind that I actually like is the stuff that's down at Walgreens, and it's called Kids Walgreens brand sunscreen. It's a green bottle. The reason I like it is because it has 14.5% zinc in it. The zinc creates a physical barrier, much more so than the other stuff that they put in sunscreens. Baby powder. Basically, the baby powder is there because, you know, you get wet, you get itchy, it's not comfortable, and the baby powder dries you out. You might want some of that. Matches, cards, you know, things that we'll have fun doing. Waterproof camera. All those are great things. Don't forget some toilet paper. I'll bring a shovel for you know, a cat hole. Backpacking tents. So here's the story on tents and hammocks. There are actually some places we're going to be where you won't be able to hammock camp. You might be able, some of you might be able to, but it is likely, particularly like in our campsite in Freeze, that not all of you will be able to hammock camp. So what we need to do, it's not a problem. We need to figure out who's going to pair up in tents. And then those of you who want to bring your hammocks as well, bring your hammocks as well. You're not hauling gear. This is not high knoll. So you guys can bring this extra stuff and you're just storing it in the truck. All right? I know, you know, that I'm probably just going to bring my two-man tent. I'll stay in my two-man tent, and Jack will bring his hammock, and then on the nights when Jack can't set up his hammock, because we're in a place that won't accommodate a hammock, then Jack will be in the two-man tent with me. That pretty much covers it. This is going to be an absolutely amazing trip. If there are questions, feel free to send me an email. I hope that you've enjoyed getting the information this way. Technical difficulties cut the ending of the video short, so I had to come in and splice this little conclusion. We're going to have a great time. Again, send me an email if you have any questions. And don't forget to like this video so that I can start building my epic YouTube career. See you on Voyageur.